Yes, sir. Greetings from Minnesota, folks. We're going to do a Panthers recap of round 2, game 3 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the Panthers got one at game 3 at Sunrise. They had to do that in the comeback fashion, and they had to do so in overtime to beat the Leafs 5-4 in Sunrise. And let's jump right into it, man. Let's jump right into it. Sergei Bobrovsky versus Joseph Woll. This was a tough game. An absolute tough game to watch, and a good game to watch if you're a standard alone hockey fan. It starts with a face-off win from Austin Matthews. There was a Austin Matthews tip-in shot which hit the crossbar, but Matthew Knies was able to get one in 23 seconds into this game. Already, Maple Leafs are up 1-0 over the Florida Panthers. He's assisted by Mitch Marner. That's his 9th assist of the postseason. And Austin Matthews' 7th assist of the postseason. And off the wrist shot, it's Matthew Knies. I mean, damn. Off the rebound to the back of the net. 1-0 Leafs already, man. John Tavares, I mean, this guy is such a pain in the ass to the Florida Panthers throughout this entire time. He had a wrist shot in that was stopped by Bobrovsky. There it goes. Austin Matthews with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. There you go. So Bobrovsky's getting some big saves there, right, Panthers fans? Max Domi with the slap shot. And then John Tavares, 5:57 into the first period. John Tavares gets his 4th goal of the playoffs, and it was an easiest wraparound you can possibly have for John Tavares. I mean, that goal net was so exposed. Bobrovsky can't do anything with it. Oh, come on, man! And now this just happens. I mean, this is what I mean with Bobrovsky, right? Something like that happens, you get exposed. You get exposed pretty easily. That's just how it is. Any goaltender. William Nylander gets that assist. Pacioretty with that assist. So thank you. Some Leafs fans who actually pretty nice and have morals. He gets 5th assist of the playoffs. John Tavares with the wraparound. I don't need to go over that one again. But a couple of minutes later, we get a goal back. He's assisted by Evan Rodriguez. That's the 2nd assist of the playoffs. And Sam Reinhart with his 5th assist of the playoffs. And off the wrist shot, it's Alexander Barkov basically at the dive to try to get that puck in. And that puck actually got the stick off of Morgan Riley. That puck went off Morgan Riley towards the back of the net. So Barkov gets that credit of the goal, but had a little bit of own goal redirection, right? So 2-1 Maple Leafs right there, which is a little bit of the settle back, right? Then Matthew Tkachuk gets called for rough against Yarn Krok. So the Leafs go on a power play. During this power play, this was a John Tavares tip-in, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Tavares again with the snapshot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And this penalty is killed off. And Brandon Carlo, after the Nate Schmidt slap shot, which was stopped by Woll, Carlo with the cross check against Matthew Tkachuk. Basically, now things started heating up once more. So the Panthers go on the power play, and during this power play, Matthew Tkachuk tries to do the retribution shot, but that was stopped by Joseph Woll. Sam Reinhart with the snapshot that hit the crossbar, and this penalty is killed off. But the shots were still going from the Panthers. Anton Lundell with the snapshot, which was stopped by Joseph Woll. That's great. And then a little bit later on, Max Domi with a roughing call against Carter Verhaeghe. So Panthers go on the power play for 14 seconds because Verhaeghe was holding his stick against Chris Tanev near the face-off circle, which would then nullify the power play. This would become a 4-on-4. Nate Schmidt with the snapshot, which was stopped by Woll. I think that shot happened right immediately after the Toronto power play. So the 4-on-4 and the Toronto power play were killed off. Austin Matthews with the slap shot that hit above the crossbar, and we end the first period losing 2-1. So not a terrible first period. You like to get a goal. Second period starts. Dmitry Kulikov with the one-timer, which was stopped by Wall, because of course. Gadjewicz with the snap shot, which was stopped by Wall. AJ Greer coming into this game. And then speaking of AJ Greer, he gets penalized for interference against Bobby McMahon, and Toronto scores on a tip-in. He's assisted by William Nylander. That's his 9th assist of the playoffs. Mitch Marner's so damn good, dude. I will say that, Leafs fans. He has 10th assist of the playoffs. And that redirection tip-in from John Tavares, it's impossible to stop. I feel like Bobrovsky might have had that save if that happened a bit earlier, but that was so perfectly timed by the Leafs that Bobrovsky was just a bit late to react. It was just a bit late to react. So that's his 5th goal of the playoffs and his 2nd goal of the game, John Tavares. And now it's 3-1 Leafs. So what do? You gotta score now. And that's what they did. That's literally what they did. He's assisted by Aaron Ekblad. That's his 2nd assist of the playoffs. And Rodriguez his 3rd assist of the playoffs. And had the poke, that penetration poke from Sam Reinhart to get his 3rd goal of the playoffs. That was very close. They have to look at the replay. Because initially, the referee said no goal, right? It was stopped by Joseph Woll initially. They stopped right there. So they had to look at the replay. They took a few minutes to take a look. I don't remember how many minutes off the top of my head. I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes. But they were looking at it for a little bit. Where was the puck when the whistle was blown? And the puck was already crossed the line. That puck was obviously crossed the line. They were looking to see did it completely cross the line. I thought it was, and so did Toronto. Toronto headquarters themselves. They said, "Yep, it's a good goal." Reinhart gets the credit of the goal. It's a poke. So 3-2, and then literally a minute and 4 seconds later, tie game. He's assisted by Matthew Tkachuk. That's 4th assist of the playoffs. And Sam Bennett's 3rd assist of the playoffs. And off the wrist shot. I mean, this was a beautiful design play by Sam Bennett to make that pass to the left. And Verhaeghe finished the shot off. His 3rd goal of the playoffs. Tie game 3-3. Toronto calls a timeout. Game gets back in. Holmberg with the snapshot, which was stopped by Bobby. But then Kulikov gets called for a hold against Max Domi. So Toronto goes on the power play. During this power play, Matthew Knies with a tip-in, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And this power play is killed off. So only 1 shot on target from the Leafs. So good penalty kill by the Panthers. And speaking of that, I mean, this was a beautiful setup play by Tomas Nosek to set up Gadjewicz. He's assisted by Nate Schmidt. That's his 2nd assist of the playoffs. And Nosek's 1st assist of the playoffs. And off the tip-in, it's Gadjewicz. Jonah Gadjewicz with that beautiful tip-in. That literally beautiful tip-in to get one into the back of net. And Gadjewicz, 4-3 Panthers to capture the lead for the first time tonight as absolutely beautiful play. Nosek, praise. So 4-3 Panthers. 4-3 Panthers. There you go. So there's hope for the Panthers to try to finish this, right? Rodriguez with the snapshots. Okay, that was stopped by Wall. Nate Schmidt with the snapshot. That was also stopped by Wall. Steven Lorenz, the forward Panther, with the snapshot attempt, but that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And we go to the 3rd period. Couple of fights there and there. There was one towards the end of the period. And we go to the 3rd period, leading 4-3. All they need to do is finish this game off. All they need to do. So John Tavares start off the third period with a tip-in attempt, which was stopped by Bobrovsky because, of course, I'm being sarcastic. Ekblad with the slap shot that was stopped by Wool. A few minutes later, Morgan Riley with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Evan Rodriguez with the snap shot. Panthers, all period long, are looking to try to get this insurance goal just to make sure they have it right there for the Panthers. Benoit with the snap shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And then 10:56. Listen. I was at a game, and they were playing "Take Me Out to the Bowl" game. How about "Take Me Out to Hell"? Because what happened was, this was a game-tying goal from Morgan Riley. Morgan Riley gets the credit here, and apparently he gets assists by Matthew Nice and Austin Matthews. Even though TNT says he was unassisted, so who the hell knows? Who cares? Moral of the point of the story is, in this game, this was all on Seth Jones. Here's what happened, right? So Morgan Riley gets the fourth goal of the playoffs. But when he shot that one, Bobrovsky makes that save. Here's Seth Jones, right there, right beside Bobrovsky. That puck ricocheted off the knee of Seth Jones, and it went to the back of the net. So give credit to Morgan Riley for the goal, but I think it's a no goal because that puck redirected off to Seth Jones. I was livid. I was so frustrated. Even though I was at the game too, it was like I couldn't really show much of my emotion because I was at Target Field. But my God, if I was at home, I would be screaming. Honest to God, that was bullshit. And I was like, get this man off my team right now. He has become such a liability for the Panthers, and I'm being serious here. He has not been good. Sorry, he was not good. Then Evan Rodriguez tried to get one back, but Wall stopped it because, of course, we're going to skip ahead to 15:49. Evan Rodriguez again, that was stopped by Wall. Morgan Riley off the break, that hit the crossbar. That could have ended it right there. Scott Lund with the tip-in, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Evan Rodriguez with the snapshot that was stopped by Wool. Reinhardt once more with the wrist shot. And then Pacioretty with the with the tripping against Seth Jones. This is after the Chris Tanev slap shot to the Panthers with the golden opportunity to end this game, and they couldn't do it. But there was a shot on target, though, two of them. Both of them from Reinhardt. Barkov with the snapshot. That one could have went in, but that hit the crossbar. Backhand and slap shot by Reinhardt, and we go first time in the playoffs for the Panthers. We go to overtime. This one's against the Leafs. Flashbacks much because a couple of years ago in Game 3, overtime against the Leafs in Game 3 at Sunrise. So anyway, this penalty would kill it off. We go to overtime. Anton Lundell with the snapshot that was stopped by Wool. Holmberg with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Every shot they make, anxiety builds because they are this close of becoming 3-0 lead over the Panthers. Just much like we did to them years ago. Ulrich Larson with the wrist shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Barkov was blocked by OEL. Nate Schmidt has a snapshot there. Carter Verhaeghe tries to end it there from the deflection. That was a great save by Wool. I really wish that puck could have went in. Scrambles for the puck. Penetration. William Nylander with the wrist shot. Austin Matthews with the backhand. Bobby McMahon with the backhand. All of which were stopped by Bobrovsky. Meanwhile, Barkov, snapshot. Backhand, actually, Reinhardt with the snapshot. And Reinhardt with the backhand as well. All of which was saved by Joseph Woll. What are we supposed to do? Matthew Nice nearly ends it with the backhand, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. So what are we supposed to do? We got to get that one good tip from the goaltender to get one into the back of net. This is why Brad Marchand. 15:27 into overtime. Brad Marchand wins this game for the Florida Panthers. He's assisted by Verhaeghe, fourth assist of the playoffs, and Dmitry Kulikov's third assist of the playoffs. Brad Marchand gets that goal, that complete deflects over Joseph Woll towards the back of the net. And yes, Brad Marchand, the former captain of the Bruins, ends it for the Panthers. Win this game 5-4 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Coming back in the series, we're still down by a game. 2-1 series lead for the Leafs still. It's better than being down 3-0. But we got one game, and that's all that matters. We take baby steps. We take one step, one game at a time. And hopefully in game 2, we're able to tie the series and we can look for a different conversation. Team stats, 36 shots on target for the Panthers, 31 shots on target for the Leafs, 64 hits for the Florida Panthers, 44 for the for the Leafs, 44 face-off wins for the Leafs. That's more than the Panthers. 4 power play opportunities for the Leafs. They got one from John Tavares, of course. 3 power play opportunities for the Panthers. They got none. When we talk about the officiating, I had a lot of comments on the officiating from the last video. In fact, some were agreeing with the embellishment thing, while the others, yeah, of course, they're going to agree with the embellishment, saying I don't know much about hockey. But you know what, though? They could be wrong all they want if they think I don't know about hockey, because I've been watching for 12, 13 years, so let them think what they think. And then there was one missed call with Lundell the third period. Like, Lundell was high-sticked. Maurice was really complaining about it. So, either way, all's forgiven. 5-4. But no power play goals for the Panthers. Frustrating. We nearly gave up a shorthanded goal, too. 20 block shots for the Leafs. 14 block shots for the Panthers, 6 takeaways for the Panthers, 5 takeaways for the Leafs, 18 giveaways for the Panthers, but Leafs with 16 giveaways. And stars of the game, Brad Marchand with the goal. He got 1 star because that was an overtime game winner. 2 stars goes to Sam Reinhart with 1 goal, 1 assist. And 3 stars, they give it to John Tavares. Game 4 is on Sunday. It will start at 7:30 Eastern time. At least I think so, because it says 6:30 because I'm in Minnesota, so I keep forgetting about the clock being changed. But yeah, 7:30 Eastern time. That's when the game starts on Sunday, May 11th. So, in hopes that the Panthers tie the series. But anyway, man, that's gonna do it for this one. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe for content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night.